afternoon from the dress rehearsal, the sound check for Eurovision OGAE Luxembourg's annual Gala Night is here. And next to me is one of the guests who has been on the Eurovision stage with his group together in Duesseldorf. And he was lacking the back part of his costume. I don't know why, but we're going to ask him. It's Tim Schou from a friend in London. Hi Tim, how are you?
Hey, hi, I'm good.
So how is it for you to be back in the Eurovision scene now, being in Luxembourg?
It's really great. I mean, I think first of all, it's a really good charity event, and I have never been to Luxembourg, so I was like, sure, why not? Let's do it. Mm-hmm. It's a good cause for the cancer and for the kids, and so far I'm enjoying it very much, and I'm glad to be back in the Eurovision thing, because people, like the fans, like the enthusiasm, mm-hmm. you can't find it anywhere else in the world. Like, it's so good. They're so good.
So how did Eric actually find you? Eric is the president of OGAE Luxembourg. How did he find you?
Well, actually, he told me that he was, when he thought of who he wanted to come, he was like, I'm gonna write Tim on Facebook, because he's so active on Facebook. so he just wrote me on Facebook, and I just replied back like 5 minutes after he sent the message. So
well, it's actually quite nice to use Facebook to be in touch with the fans and with the artists. It's a good means, isn't it? Yeah, that's good to meet you. So. Tell us how you experienced Duesseldorf at Eurovision. You made number 5 with your band.
Do you mean like the show, or
the show, the whole experience to be on that stage? The 2 weeks you've been there.
Yeah, the 2 weeks was like the craziest 2 weeks in my life. Like you're just captured in this bubble of Eurovision, and as I just said, like the way that people are, like people, they're so happy and everybody's just smiling. You can't find one person in this Eurovision bubble who's like, everybody's just like, yeah! And it's so, you can't help but feeling happy all the time. Mm-hmm. So it was crazy, and we had like a lot of interviews. So at the same time that it was really, really fun, it was also hard work, because because there was so much talking all the time. But you couldn't just help but being like, and also like the guys who actually did the interviews were actually also fans of Eurovision, which is just, it's so great. Like, you get so tired when you're an artist. You get so tired of coming out and there's this interviewer who's just been sent from a television or a paper or whatever, and they don't know anything about what they're just sent on a job. Yeah. But here, all the interviewers, they're like fucking. They're like,
he done it again. You see?
I did it again. So it's really, really great. It was really good to be there.
Excellent. And the crowd in the final, how are you not scared to be like 38,000 people live and then millions watching?
You know what? It's like, first of all, you have this like army of television and cameras, like, and it almost felt like you were doing like a television show with and second of all, the whole wall of people, like there were so many people, but it looked like as if it was just a wallpaper. Mm-hmm. It looked like some kind of like surreal. My mind couldn't grasp that it was actual people, because there were so many of them. It was so far away. Yeah. So. But it's insane to know that, because there's also the viewers, who's like 150 million viewers, and so
amazing.
But I just get I get better when I know that this is big. Then I just get even bigger.
Amazing. Yeah. Today you didn't come with your colleagues. They are all at home. Why didn't they come here?
Because it's much more cheaper for Eric and the whole committee to just bring me and my guitar, and when it's it's only like 2 or 3 songs tonight, so sometimes I do that. I just go out by myself when the venue is not really big and it's more intimate and people are sitting down tonight. So
it's cozy.
I just brought my guitar, and I'm gonna do it like in the good old days.
Fantastic. In Düsseldorf, I mentioned at the opening of this interview, you had a lack of back costume. Costume. So first of all, who designed that?
There was a Danish designer called David Anderson, and
Wow. After Eurovision, how was your welcome back to Denmark? Did you get to hear was welcome when you came home?
People, they were, even though we didn't win it, people were still, wow, great job, guys. And we toured the 2 years after the Eurovision. We had 2 really good seasons where we just played like a lot of festivals in Denmark, and we went on that Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block tour in Europe, touring all of Europe, and we played in all the biggest arenas in Europe, like O2 in London, and that was just like a really big dream coming true.
You mentioned New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys. How did that collaboration come up? Why did you go on tour with them?
It was actually because of New Tomorrow. Once again, I'm thankful for New Tomorrow because Howie D from the band from Backstreet Boys, he heard the song, and because we sent it to Howie, and he and asked if he liked the song, and we wanted him to actually do a feature for a new version of New Tomorrow. And so we asked him if he wanted to be a part of that new version, and he said yes, because he really liked the song. And then we recorded that new version, and then he heard the whole record that we released in January this year, and he was like, then we actually had him come into Denmark to sing. Did you guys see that?
We saw him at the national final the year after you won.
Yeah, exactly. So he flew all the way from US to sing with us on the Danish show. And the first thing he said was, "Hi guys, you should totally go on tour with us." And I was like, yeah.
Amazing. That's amazing. Well, you mentioned the new version of New Tomorrow, and my other job, I work for the space agency.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know about the space flight documentary, Challenging Endeavour.
No.
Your music was used in this one.
Oh, really?
It's called.
Can you send it to me?
it's on YouTube. It's called Challenging Endeavours: A Tale of Two Shuttles.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember.
February 2013. It's amazing. I found that out. Another thing I want to ask you was that when I researched about New Tomorrow and your band, you split up with the old band members that were in Duesseldorf?
The drummer Ben and the bass player Ash, they stepped out of the band because Ben he wanted to pursue his solo career because he's been writing songs like since day one when we started. Actually, he's a really good, amazing singer-songwriter. And we've been together for 10 years. So naturally, at some point down the road, people are gonna be like, "Oh, we want to try new stuff now." So Ben he decided to go and do his solo career, and Ash he couldn't see himself in this whole people knowing who you are and all that stuff that comes along with all the fame, so to say. So he wasn't cut out for being an artist like that. He still wants to play music, but he doesn't want to be a big thing.
Okay.
He just wants to be in a basement and plays.
So you as a lead man of a band in London, how did you find the other the new members of your
Well,
group?
actually, I'm hiring musicians in from time to time. So I have like 2 different drummers that I use, and so if that guy can't do it, if he's out playing with other big artists, then I'm calling the other guy. So it's very different from time to time, which is really been great because it's shaking things up, and people when we're on stage, it's so much more alive because everybody hasn't been playing together like the old band. We've been playing together for 10 years, so everybody just knows each other, and everybody knows what everybody's gonna do. But now it's more like, what are they gonna do? What is Tim gonna do? And so everybody's just watching me, and I'm giving signals, and I'm being like, I want 4 on the floor now. I want a solo. Like, it's so good. It's kind of like my new drummer set. Like, it's more like of a Prince way of doing a show, like where he's the orchestrator and being like, hey, give me that, yay, let's do it. Like, it's so much more alive.
Are you a full-time musician or you have another job?
I'm a full-time musician.
Full-time musician. Okay.
So far.
That's good.
So far.
Do you find it easy to make money with selling music?
That is a very, very, very easy answer. No, I don't. It's the hardest thing in the world. It's the hardest business in the world, I think. Because there's like no money in selling your music. The only way you can actually make money is doing shows,
gigs.
But even tonight I'm not making any money because it's for a good cause, right?
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of good causes, and there's a lot of good charity events, and I try to be open, and I want to do good stuff with my music, but I also have to, earn money to actually keep doing that. So it's getting even harder, but so far it's been okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been touring around and
I'm spending a lot of money to making my dream come true.
Have you got any time for hobbies? If you don't sing, what do you do?
Well, actually, whenever I have time, I sit down and write.
So it's music, basically.
So it is kind of music, but I mean, I've always been playing football, soccer, and I played handball.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have handball in Holland?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
So I was kind of like about to become a really good handball player before I decided to pick up the guitar.
Okay.
What did I do? I like to paint. I like to draw sketches and stuff because my dad, he's a really, really good painter.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's nice. Where can people find out more about you? You have a website that people can look at?
Actually, right now, the friendinlondon.com website is been taken down because we need to rearrange and because of all the new members and stuff like that. And I think the future of it is going to be, the whole thing is going to be more about just who am I, because I'm the leader and I'm writing all the songs and stuff like that, and I'm pulling people in from time to time. Right now we're trying to tell the story about who is Tim, and so it's probably going to be a new website where
And just Google it, then people find out about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Denmark has won Eurovision this year, and I'm sure you must be very happy. Have you met Emily in the meantime?
Yeah. Actually, it's the same songwriter, Lisa Kappel, who wrote New Tomorrow and also wrote Only Teardrops. So she actually had me coming in to talk to Emily before she went on the Danish nationals for the Eurovision to give her advice about how to act on stage and how to win it.
Fantastic. And you gave her the right advice. No?
I probably did.
So it's a winning team, isn't it? Yeah. Totally. Amazing. Future plans? Have you? What's coming up in the next 2 or 3 years for you?
I'm probably gonna go. I just spent like a month in Los Angeles where I wrote some new songs and stuff like that. But it's right now. It's for me. It's all about finding my new sound, and I don't know how long it's gonna be. I told my fans that because everybody's like, where's Tim? Where's Tim Schou? And I'm like, and I just told them that, guys, I'm okay, because everybody's like, is he okay? Because I'm not being very active right now on Facebook and stuff like that, because I want to focus on really finding my sound and really be ready when that sound is ready, and then boom, hopefully.
Will you play a role in Eurovision 2014?
I hope so, that I'm going to be some part of the show, because I'm so excited for the show. It's going to be crazy with this whole Eurovision island in right outside of Copenhagen. There's a little island called Amager, and the island is called Sahlene. And I just think that the whole thought of having like this Eurovision island, I talked about the Eurovision bubble.
Yeah.
But when you have a Eurovision bubble and put it on an island, it's even more crazy. You can't escape. You're like,
it's the Eurovision universe, and then
it's gonna be so good.
Tim, we wish you all the best of luck. That everything goes well for your career. That A Friend in London continues, and of course you're very successful in Canada. How come?
Well, I mean, actually, I haven't been back to Canada for like almost 1.5 years now. But since 2009, we toured there like 2 times every year. For 2 years. But it was because we won this international competition called Bodog $1 Million Battle, which was 40,000 bands competing from around the world. And we won the European finals, so we were 10 bands left out of the 40,000, and we were going to Los Angeles to play the big finale thing. But then we had this 100 pages contract where it said you can't talk to your friends or parents or whatever in a year because it's a television show. So we told you to don't talk to anybody, and you're like, you have to stay in this house where you can't like talk to no one, and you have to do everything we say, and it's a 5-album record. It's a 5-album contract, and that means it could be like 20 years, and they can decide when to release those albums.
Yeah.
So they could just hold you back and be like, yeah. So it was really like a slavery contract, and we said no to that. Even though we probably would have become really famous in the US because it was a big television show.
Yeah.
But we chose to say no, and so we went and did the Eurovision
And did it
2
very
years
well.
later, I think.
Looking forward to see you in Copenhagen for Eurovision 2014.
Yeah, looking forward to see you guys.
And have fun tonight at the show here in Luxembourg, and
Thank you.
all the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.